Coming up next on This Week in Torrance, Honda unveils their new Fit EV for the public. We'll take you to the car's debut. And we'll show you how a Torrance Dance Center celebrates their anniversary. Then this woman's life was saved by two important people. We'll tell you why she's so grateful. Plus, we'll take you on a tour of Torrance that's for the birds. These stories and much more just seconds away. Your local news starts right now. Hello, everybody, and welcome to This Week in Torrance. I'm Ben McCain. Here are your top stories. The city of Torrance has been a test city for the Honda Fit electric vehicle for several months, and now the Fit EV is available to the public. Reporter Charlena Brown takes us to the unveiling.
Today is the U.S. introduction to the new Honda Fit EV. Based on the popular 5-door, 5-passenger Fit and Fit Sport, Honda has joined the growing line of high-efficiency vehicles. Steve Minter, the Vice President of Environmental Business Development at American Honda, tells us how this vehicle will help the environment.
So it could be either entirely renewable or have very little to no greenhouse gas emissions or impact on the environment.
A battery powers the Fit EV, in which you can plug in and charge at 240 volts and recharge in just 3 hours. The Honda Fit EV is the most fuel-efficient vehicle tested by the EPA, and it receives 118 miles per gallon equivalents, with city and highway combined. The Honda Fit EV will roll out as lease only in late July, and a limited 1,100 vehicles will be available to customers. The Fit EV will be available in key markets such as Oregon and California, and eventually will expand to 6 East Coast markets in early July.
It will be $389 a month with no customer down payment for a 36-month lease. That lease will also include collision coverage for the repair of the vehicle, routine maintenance, roadside assistance, and an annual navigation system update.
The nearly maintenance-free Fit EV powertrain is highly advanced and is designed to be easy to operate. Another feature of being an environmentally free vehicle is its free Fit EV smartphone app.
So the Honda Link EV app, which is our first deployment of a mobile app that will be connected to the car, will help keep the customer connected to their state of charge on their vehicle.
Just another addition to the Honda Fit EV. For This Week in Torrance, I'm Charlena Brown.
Thanks, Charlena. For more information on the Honda Fit EV, visit hondanews.com. A fourth sampling of mosquitoes in LA County has tested positive for West Nile virus. Standing water is the only place for mosquitoes to lay their eggs. LA County Vector Control wants to remind everyone that even a tiny amount of water, like in a bottle cap, can be enough. Although many people are bitten by mosquitoes that carry West Nile, most don't know they've been exposed. Few people develop severe infections or even notice any symptoms, which include fever, abdominal pain, nausea, diarrhea, headache, sore throat, and a lack of appetite. Record high temperatures this summer could bring a proliferation of the mosquito's population to Southern California. No West Nile has been detected in Torrance. Well, one of Torrance's veteran businesses just celebrated a major milestone. Reporter Jay-Z Jeans takes us to the anniversary celebration.
After 30 years as a top business in Torrance, science industry leader Phenomenex marked the occasion with a friends and family picnic. Phenomenex manufactures and analyzes the components and consumable products, including over-the-counter drugs and mixed food items.
We create laboratory products that allow our customers in the clinical, the academic, environment, pharmaceutical, and a lot of other industries to help analyze the sample components in their mixtures.
Mayor Frank Scotto, along with council members Tom Brewer, Pat Fury, and Bill Sutherland, were there to help celebrate the achievement and present Phenomenex founder Vajor Major with a proclamation certificate.
It's a company that we're very proud of in the city of Torrance because it truly is a company that takes care of their customers and their employees.
Major says that he decided to start his business in Torrance after searching various cities because it was the most business-friendly community on the West Coast.
The heart of the company, now in 15 different countries and 3 plants in USA, is actually Torrance. It all started here, 20 years of success.
Food, games, and raffles all helped employees and their families celebrate the company's milestone. In addition to being recognized by the city, Phenomenex was recently selected by Wall Street Journal as an exceptional workplace. For This Week in Torrance, I'm Jay-Z Jeans.
Thank you, Jay-Z. For more information on this innovative company, visit phenomenex.com. Coming up, we'll tell you why restoration at Madrona Marsh is so important. And we'll tell you why a national organization is in need of your help.
For others, it may have just been a summer job. But for me, it was training. Now I'm an Air Force pararescueman, and my job is to save lives. Make the right choices today and be ready for the challenges tomorrow. This message is brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
At what age is the color that your skin was meant to be no longer beautiful? Every year, millions of young women try to change the skin they were born with and say they die for darker skin. Sadly, some actually do. Melanoma is the second most common cancer in teens and young adults 15 to 29. And one person dies from melanoma every hour. It's time. Change your thinking, not your skin. Stop tanning. Learn more at spotskincancer.org. A message from the American Academy of Dermatology.
They call them the golden years, and for many seniors, they are. But for too many others, retirement is like a prison.
Do you have any jacks?
The difference? This couple saved for their retirement, and this couple didn't. It's your choice. Choose to save. To learn how to get started, get your free Power to Choose brochure, because your retirement can truly be your golden years.
The Dance Center is celebrating the anniversary, and they're bringing out students from the past and present. Reporter Jay-Z Jeans has the story.
Backstage, there was glitter, colorful costumes, and all the ingredients for a lively dance show. But this wasn't just any performance. It was a 20th anniversary celebration for the Dance Center. The dancers anxiously waited backstage to get the show started.
We love dancing because it's real. We get to wear costumes and we get to wear pretty clothes. You get to express your feelings and it feels good to dance.
Parents and supporters proudly filed in to see the dancers showcase months of hard work.
She loves to do it. It keeps her busy. Sometimes she thinks it's too much work, but we like seeing her eyes, and she see her dance around the house, and it keeps her mind fluid. We just enjoy watching her dance.
Dance Center founder Diane Ratley designed the show to include the different age groups and dance styles that are available to learn at her studio. Before opening the Dance Center, Ratley studied at several prestigious dance academies in her native England. Following her dance career, she opened the Dance Center as a way to nurture future dancers. Many of the evening's performances were inspired by selections from famous musicals and chart-topping contemporary songs.
Olden days and glimpse of stuff, you must have looked down to something sharp, you got now got no. And when I lay my head down, I give myself away. It's a scam of a day, it's a scam of a day. Who run the world, girls? Who run the world, girls? Who run the world, girls?
For Diane, it was a night to be proud and a night of surprises when her former students returned to pay homage to their dance leader.
So I say,
Guest performer Lori Johnson has performed across the country, but makes it a point to return every year for the Dance Center performance. She credits Diane with making the Dance Center a place that draws her and former students back.
It's like going home for Christmas. It's family, and that's what Diane brings to the Dance Center, that kind of family atmosphere.
Many of Diane's students follow her program from ages as young as 3. Beyond dancing, she works to instill important values in her students.
Well, it offers them poise and discipline, and learning how to be part of a team, and learning how you behave, manners, that kind of thing.
Diane promises many more years and many more dancers. Her students have the same plans.
I've always wanted to continue dancing when I'm in high school and college and try and come back and help inspire future students for Miss Diane.
For This Week in Torrance, I'm Jay-Z Jeans.
Thank you, Jay-Z. For more information, visit thedancecenterinc.com. Well, we all may know how important Madrona Marsh is as a natural resource, but most of us may not know why the marsh's ongoing restoration is a necessity. Reporter Maudette Lewis explains why so much of it is for the birds.
Tour de Torrance is designed to keep track of what birds are occurring in the South Bay area through migration, residential, or breeding efforts. There are currently 12 to 15 breeders here at the marsh, making for a phenomenal year. Manager and naturalist Tracy Drake says this verifies that the restoration is working and that they're creating a habitat that is conducive for successful breeding in birds.
We've done restoration out here for the last 10 years or so, and that restoration is the removal of non-natives and the introduction of native plants into the habitat. Those natives draw in insects or things that the birds might be interested in eating, so it enhances the habitat.
Tour guide David Moody has been leading the tours for several years and has played a huge role in eradication of non-native plants. During our walk, he spotted a Brazilian black pepper tree sprouting and immediately pulled it. He says non-native trees and plants can take over those that are more conducive for bird occurrences.
It would come on in and it would outcompete some of these willows and some of these sunflowers. So we have to kind of get ahead of the curve on some of these non-natives.
If you're a bird lover, this is a great place to come see cliff swallows, mallards, American goldfinches, and red-tailed hawks who breed in tall eucalyptus trees like the one behind me. Michael Lowry is a wildlife biology and conservation major at Humboldt State University. He is taking the tour to hone his birding skills and gain experience he can add to his resume. This morning, Lowry had a head start and spotted some of his favorite birds.
My favorite birds are the red-winged blackbirds. I already saw like 50 of those out there, and those are like the coolest things. So right now I'm set, but if I find anything that I haven't seen yet, that's always a plus.
Leslie Bach is a nature lover. Now retired, she made a commitment to become a part of preserving Madrona Marsh.
I just love being here, and I think it's just such an integral part of the South Bay community.
For This Week in Torrance, I'm Maudette Lewis.
Thank you, Maudette. The Tour de Torrance is held every first, third, and fifth Tuesday of the month. For more information, visit friendsofmadronamarsh.com. Most things slow down in the summer, but that can prove life-threatening for some. Jacqueline Shepard explains in this report.
Every 2 seconds, someone in the U.S. needs a blood transfusion, but only 3 out of every 100 Americans donate blood, and warm weather can cause for even fewer donations.
Summer kind of seems to be like a lull. A lot of people go on vacation, they're away, so we don't have that many consistent donors.
So each year, the Red Cross hosts their Summer Save a Life initiative to increase donations during the slower months. The donation process is easy. It takes less than 15 minutes and can have a huge impact.
I believe it's supposed to be a really good cause. You save 3 lives for each pint that you donate.
As a member of the Torrance After School Club, Tiana volunteered her time during blood drives but never donated. That all changed once the need hit close to home.
My mom, she had breast cancer, so people had donated blood to her and that saved her life. So it's amazing what it can do.
A quick prick to the finger and a blood test confirms whether or not you can actually give blood. Women like myself who are prone to anemia should take certain things into consideration before donating.
If you know you have low iron, you could take iron pills, or you could eat foods that are rich in iron, vegetables, beans, meats, especially meats.
While fighting breast cancer, Tiana's mom needed over 5 pints of blood. A single car accident victim can require as much as 100 pints. Donors can give roughly 1 pint of blood during a donation, but only every 56 days. So new donors are always needed.
The need is constant. There's always a need for blood. A lot of patients in the hospital.
Ever since that happened and we knew like it saved my mom's life, then me and my sisters were all inspired to donate blood more.
For Torrance City Cable, I'm Jacqueline Shepard.
Thank you, Jacqueline. To find a donation center near you, go to redcrossblood.org. If a loved one goes into cardiac arrest, some may feel the best life-saving technique is to just wait until paramedics arrive. But as one man discovered, even minor help can have a major impact. Reporter Ella Sagamonian explains.
A year ago, Ronald Gaxiola awoke to the sound of his wife struggling to breathe.
She says, I can't breathe. I go, no. And then she just collapsed on me and she fell backwards and her eyes just went still, and right away I thought that she had died.
Cassandra suffered a full cardiac arrest in her sleep due to her irregular heartbeat.
If your heart goes out of the rhythm that it's supposed to be in, it will stop your heart.
Ronald reacted quickly to the situation by attempting CPR, having his son remove the dog from the area, and dialing 911.
So I put the phone down and I went back in there and I tried to, do some CPR with my hands, and then I was going to try to give her oxygen and her mouth was shut tight.
He is my personal savior. I mean, he saved my life. He gave me air, and I think if he wouldn't have done that first, the outcome probably would have not been as good as it is now.
When it's a cardiac arrest, time is the key. The faster you go and the more in sync and the faster everybody works together, the better the call runs, the better the outcome for the patient.
Torrance fire departments have been fortunate enough to receive the latest in technology like this EKG machine, allowing paramedics to take an electronic image of the heart and send it immediately to hospitals via their cell phone, speeding up the process and allowing patients like Cassandra a higher chance of survival. Angel used this life-sustaining equipment to help save Cassandra, but acting fast is crucial to a life-threatening situation, so preparing at home is just as important as the work that the paramedics do.
So if they could send somebody outside, flag us down if it's a serious call, clear a good path, make easy access for the patient so we can get in and out and work on the patient, that would help immensely.
You just react to what you don't want to happen, and don't panic. Just do what you have to do and get to that 911 right away too, because that made a difference. And the paramedics, they were there when I needed them the most at that point and saved her life too.
For Torrance City Cable, I'm Ella Sagamonian.
Thanks, Ella. If your loved one goes into cardiac arrest while you wait for paramedics, experts suggest clearing the pathway to the patient of furniture or pets. Gather up the patient's medical history and list of medications. Make sure your address is visible on your home's exterior or have someone outside to flag down the fire truck and ambulance. Coming up after the break, we'll tell you how you can participate in a unique fundraising event.
License and registration, please. Know why I pulled you over? That's right, you were texting. Sit tight, I'll be right back.
Zombies. When you drive and use your phone, you pay over a third less attention to the road.
I remember the moment.
I'll never forget that moment.
That moment?
It was a moment that changed my life. I'd been training with my team for months, and now we had been called up for the first time. The real deal. Wildfires were getting dangerously close to homes. At that moment, I got my first taste of just how important the Guard is to my community.
See how the Guard can be an important part of your life at NationalGuard.com.
I believe that home is where your pet is. That loving an animal means never giving up on them, never letting them go.
I believe that when you adopt an animal from a shelter, you're saving not only one, but many lives.
And that when you spay or neuter your dogs and cats, you help decrease the number of homeless animals.
That it's time we do all we can to save the lives of homeless animals who are counting on us, because every dog and cat deserves a place to call home.
I believe that I found my best friend in a shelter, and that you can too.
We believe that together with Best Friends Animal Society,
we can bring about a time when there are no more homeless pets.
please visit our website at ambassadors.bestfriends.org to find out more.
As a way to raise money and awareness about the homeless, Torrance First Christian Church is holding its first Cardboard Box City event. Participants will raise money through pledges, then will spend the night in a cardboard box. Proceeds from the event will go to Family Promise of the South Bay, an interfaith organization that supports homeless families. The overnight event starts at 4 p.m. on Saturday, July 28th, and runs until 7 a.m. the next morning. You must register by Monday, July 23rd. For more information, contact 424-571-2261 or visit familypromiseosb.org. And that's going to do it for us on This Week in Torrance. I'm Ben McCain. If you've missed any portion of our show, you can catch us again at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.